Hi everyone, I'm Sandrine here on Happy Cool and welcome to a new Banshee review! Yay! This week's episode was called The Truth About Unicorns and it's my favorite episode of the season. And what I want to do is talk about two elements from the episode. First the story and then the look and feel of it. I think the biggest moment in the episode was Hood's confession to Carrie about, how he feels about this whole thing, him coming to Banshee. It was sort of like a therapy session. And fundamentally, I think for him, it was mourning the loss of what could have been with Carrie. And I think that's a very important moment for Hood to move on with his life or maybe say goodbye to what he thought was going to be outside of prison, what kept him going. I think it was a really powerful moment and I like that he had this conversation with Carrie, and I like that us as the audience, we get to understand a little bit more of him and see him come to terms with it. So good. Powerful, powerful moments. And a big moment, I think, for the character of Hood. I really enjoyed also the moment with Agent Racine, when Hood tells Carrie that he's not gonna kill him or we're not gonna get rid of him. There are too many people that died already. And again, I think it speaks a lot to Hood's morality and who he is. Sure, he has killed people, but he doesn't like it. And at this point, I think it's all coming back to haunt him a little bit. So he sees a possibility out of this without killing Racine, and it so happens that he won't have to anyway, and there's no threat anymore because Racine got freaking shot in the head. I jumped at that point because it's so quiet and then it's like, boom. What? Banshee? What? It's just kind of just rips us out of this quiet moment, quiet episode, and it's like Banshee comes crashing back in, And I kind of think of it as karma. Hood was like, I'm not gonna kill him. And karma was like, you made the right decision. We'll take care of him for you. However, there's a part of me that almost hoped that Racine would make it because I kind of would love to see a showdown between him and Rabbit because he was bent on killing him, which is kind of crazy. So I was like, oh, damn it, I kind of wanted to see these two go at it. Finding the shooter in the field was also pretty badass, and I love how they bring her down. Teamwork, what up? Yes, I just high-fived myself. I need friends. And finally, I loved Hood's reaction to Sugar's speech because one, I thought he was gonna go the other way and be like, yeah, and kind of accept it. And I love that he's just like, fuck that. And he just leaves, and just the end of the episode, so perfect. Such a perfect moment because he's almost refusing to give up on a dream or something that gives him hope. I like that. I like that he's like, fuck that. This is not it, and I'm not gonna be in prison for the rest of my life. I will move on. And I think that just fits so well within this episode and what it represents. So good. Again, so good. Oh. Just have to make sounds because I can't have no words. Those are the big moments story-wise. Now I want to talk about the feel and the look of this episode because that's really what grabbed me. That's really what I think spoke to me the most, and I think it's probably one of the most beautiful episode of a television series that I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever seen anything done quite like this, and it's a break from the regular Banshee stories and format that we have. And I love that. Some of the things I loved about this episode were the editing, the voiceovers, the directing, cinematography, so beautiful. The music was just kind of surrounded you and wrapped around you and really put you in that mood. It was just beautiful. And now I want to talk about some of my favorite scenes from the episode. The opening sequence with Carrie in prison, going in the shower, and you just hear the water. You don't hear her. You see her scream, but you don't hear her, and you just hear music. Right there, he just sets the tone for the episode. And then when she comes out, and you see the hug, the slow motion hug between the two, and then you realize, no, that's really what they're thinking or what they're hoping for in their head, but it's not happening in real life. It's like you have the impulsion in you that I think a lot, you can relate to, but that's not what you do. That's what you want to do. You just don't do it. And this is the start of the story of of the journey of Carrie and Hood. The feels, and I like how they still integrated some of Banshee in there, where they're showing the car, kind of following them, and it's like, hey, remember, that's still happening. There's still Banshee there. That's, you know, almost gonna catch up to you. So enjoy the moment that you have. And finally, the best scene of the episode, when she turns on the lights in the hotel room. Oh, I can't even express how much I love this simple moment. I could watch this again and again and again. It's just, this light that just turns on slowly and she's just there in the room, and I think it's one of the best shots that I've pretty much ever seen. Yeah, I know it's a big statement, but I don't know, it just really spoke to me. I really, really liked it, and it's just, and then you have Hood driving in the car when she turns on and off the unicorn, and it's red, the color is red, and it's just a really beautiful shot as well. And the music set the tone for that, and it was just such a strong moment of them coming back to reality. I can't even, I mean, I could talk about this for a lot longer, but I think you get that I pretty much am in love with this episode. I think I'll stop now and let you guys share what you thought of the episode. But let me know in the comments, did you enjoy this episode as much as I did? Did you like this kind of different feel to Banshee? Also, make sure to subscribe to our channel, Happy Cool, so you don't miss any of my Banshee reviews, because I review the show every week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye! I was just wondering, do Banshee t-shirts exist? Because I'd like to get one, but I haven't been able to find any. Am I looking in the wrong place? If you have found a Banshee t-shirt or you know where I can get one, let me know in the comments.